नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी का। मैं हूं कृतिका और देश का सबसे भरोसेमंद चैनल डीडी न्यूज पर लेकर हाजिर हूं आपका अपना पसंदीदा शो खबरों का सरपंच न्यूज पंच। और इस कार्यक्रम के जरिए हम आप तक हर रोज वो तमाम खबरें पहुंचाते हैं जिन पर रहती है हम सभी की नजर। और आज न्यूज पंच के जरिए जिन प्रमुख खबरों की करेंगे हम बात, करेंगे एक एक अपडेट और जानेंगे एक एक अपडेट अपने संवाददाताओं से। सबसे पहले करेंगे उन 3 प्रमुख खबरों का रुख। तो आज सबसे पहले और प्रमुख तौर पर बात होगी इसरो नासा के निस्सार मिशन को लेकर। जी हां, आपको बता दें कि ये निस्सार मिशन से कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज्यादा फायदा आगे आने वाले समय में होगा और खास तौर पर जो आपदाएं हैं उनसे बचने में थोड़ी राहत मिलेगी, क्योंकि उसके बारे में जानकारी पहले से ही मिल जाएगी। आखिर क्या है ये निस्सार मिशन इसरो नासा का, बताएंगे विस्तार से आपको इस खबर के बारे में। लेकिन इसके साथ ही जो दूसरी प्रमुख खबर है वो भी आपको बता दें, जहां आपको बता दें कि 2006 में जो मुंबई ब्लास्ट मामला था, अब उस पूरे मामले में सुप्रीम कोर्ट महाराष्ट्र सरकार पहुंच चुकी है। और तीसरी प्रमुख खबर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जगत से जुड़ी, जहां गाजा में इजरायली टैंक गरजते हुए नजर आए हैं। जी हां, इजराइल है जो रुकने का नाम नहीं ले रहा है और लगातार हमले किए जा रहे हैं। तो बताएंगे इस खबर के बारे में भी विस्तार से आपको। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं आज के न्यूज पंच की प्रमुख खबर के साथ, जहां आपको बता दें कि 11 जुलाई 2006 को हुए मुंबई ट्रेन ब्लास्ट केस में बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट ने बीते कल सभी 12 आरोपियों को बरी कर दिया था, जिसके बाद अब इस फैसले को सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चुनौती दी गई है। महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने हाईकोर्ट के इस फैसले को सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चुनौती दी है। दरअसल इस पूरे मामले पर करीब 19 साल बाद फैसला आया और बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट ने सभी 12 लोगों को बरी कर दिया, जिसके बाद ये सवाल उठने लगे कि आखिर 180 से ज्यादा लोगों की मौत का जिम्मेदार कौन है। महाराष्ट्र सरकार की ओर से सॉलिसिटर जनरल तुषार मेहता ने मुख्य न्यायाधीश की पीठ के समक्ष तत्काल सुनवाई की इस पूरे मामले को लेकर अपील की है और इस मामले में शीर्ष अदालत सुनवाई करने के लिए राजी भी हो चुकी है। गुरुवार को, यानी कि अब अगली 24 जुलाई को, परसों इस पूरे मामले को लेकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में सुनवाई होगी। करेंगे इस पूरे मामले को लेकर चर्चा अपने संवाददाता से, लेकिन उससे पहले आपको दिखाते हैं मुंबई ट्रेन धमाका, सुप्रीम कोर्ट पहुंची महाराष्ट्र सरकार। तो 2006 का ये पूरा मामला, जहां आपको बता दें कि एसजी तुषार मेहता ने सीजीआई से जल्द सुनवाई की मांग की है इस पूरे मामले को लेकर, और इस मामले में जल्द सुनवाई की जरूरत है, ये बात तुषार मेहता की तरफ से कही गई है। जहां बीते कल ही बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से फैसला दिया गया था, अब जिसके बाद में सीजीआई की तरफ से कहा गया कि गुरुवार को इस पूरे मामले पर सुनवाई होगी, यानी कि परसों 24 तारीख को इस पूरे मामले पर सुनवाई होनी है। सोमवार को, बीते कल, बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट ने अहम फैसला सुनाया था इस पूरे मामले को लेकर और 12 लोगों को बरी कर दिया था। ये फैसला बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से दिया गया था और जिसके बाद में इस फैसले को चुनौती अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में दी गई है। एसजी तुषार मेहता ने सीजीआई से जल्द सुनवाई की मांग इस पूरे मामले को लेकर की है। लेकिन इसके साथ ही आपको बता दें कि बीते कल जो आदेश आया था उसमें क्या कुछ बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से कहा गया, क्या कुछ फैसला लिया गया, एक नजर उस पर भी डालते हैं। तो जहां जिसमें आपको बता दें कि सभी 12 आरोपियों को बरी कर दिया गया था। बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से ये बड़ा फैसला बीते कल दिया गया था। हालांकि इस पूरे मामले पर अगर हम नजर डालें तो करीब 19 साल बाद अहम फैसला है इस मामले में। विशेष अदालत के आदेश को साफ तौर पर सिरे से रद्द कर दिया गया हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से। पुख्ता सबूतों के अभाव में आरोपियों को बरी किया गया है। ये बात हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से कही गई है कि पुख्ता सबूत नहीं थे और इसलिए बरी किया गया। हाईकोर्ट की 2 जजों की बेंच ने ये बड़ा फैसला बीते कल सुनाया था। इसके साथ ही हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से यह भी कहा गया कि अभियोजन पक्ष मामला साबित करने में विफल रहा है। आरोपियों के खिलाफ यह मामला साबित करने में विफल रहा है अभियोजन पक्ष, इसलिए सभी आरोपियों को बरी किया गया। इसके साथ ही आपको बता दें कि विशेष अदालत ने मृत्युदंड और आजीवन कारावास की सजा इन 12 लोगों को सुनाई थी और इस फैसले को हाईकोर्ट ने रद्द कर दिया। दोषी करार दिए लोगों से कथित बरामदगी का कोई साक्ष्य मूल्य नहीं है, ये बात भी हाईकोर्ट की तरफ से कही गई है। इसके साथ ही आपको बता दें कि आतंकवादी हमले के 19 साल बाद यह बड़ा फैसला आया है। लेकिन इस फैसले के आने के बाद में बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट ने बीते कल यह अहम फैसला दिया, जिसके बाद अब यह मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पहुंच चुका है। आपको बता दें कि पूरा मामला जब 7 बम धमाकों से पूरी मुंबई दहल गई थी। मुंबई की लोकल ट्रेन में ये 7 धमाके हुए थे। 11 मिनट के अंदर 7 बम ब्लास्ट हुए थे लोकल ट्रेन के अंदर। और इसी बीच चलिए सीधा रुक करते हैं, इस वक्त एमए की तरफ से एक ब्रीफिंग की जा रही है, आइए सुनते हैं।
On the upcoming Prime Minister's upcoming visit to the UK and Maldives, We are also joined by Shri Puneet Agarwal, Additional Secretary, IOR Region in the Ministry of External Affairs, as also Shri Piyush Srivastav, Additional Secretary, Europe West Division in the Ministry of External Affairs. With that, I invite Foreign Secretary, sir, to make his opening remarks on the visit. Sir.
Thank you, Randeep. Good afternoon to all of you. You would have already seen the press release that was issued a couple of days ago with regard to Prime Minister's upcoming visits to the United Kingdom and the Maldives. So let me just supplement those with a little bit more information. The Prime Minister will be embarking on an official visit to the United Kingdom tomorrow, the 23rd of July, for discussions during the visit with the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And during the visit, he will also call on His Majesty King Charles III. There is also during the visit interaction that is planned with business leaders both from India and the United Kingdom. This will be Prime Minister's fourth visit to the United Kingdom since assuming office. He has visited previously in 2015 and 2018, and he was there in 2021 for the COP26 summit in Glasgow. Within the last year itself, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Starmer have already met twice. First on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro last year, and more recently, in just last month, in June, in Kananaskis, in Canada, on the sidelines of the G7 summit. And of course, they've been in touch on the phone a number of times. This visit, though a short one, will give both leaders the opportunity to review the entire gamut of the bilateral relationship and discuss ways to strengthen it further, and also discuss issues that are of regional and global relevance. The India-UK partnership, as you're aware, was upgraded to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2021, and since then has seen regular high-level political exchanges, and both sides remain committed to taking this partnership to even higher levels. Apart from the summit-level engagements, there are regular engagements at the level of External Affairs Minister and his counterpart, the British Foreign Secretary. And there are several other institutional mechanisms at ministerial level dealing with strategic issues, financial, economic, energy-related issues, as well as science and technology. In the contemporary times, the sectors of business, technology, research, education, innovation, the knowledge economy have emerged as key pillars of our bilateral cooperation. The Technology Security Initiative, for instance, which is coming up to its one-year anniversary, was signed last year and is a major indicator of where we are taking our ties in critical and emerging technologies sphere. The University of Southampton, some of you would be aware, recently opened a campus in Gurugram just last week, actually. And this is the first foreign university to open a campus in India under the new education policy. Just for your information, there are several other UK universities, apart from universities in other countries, several other UK universities that are also considering opening campuses in India under the same policy. Some other facts and figures about this very important relationship. Our bilateral trade crossed $55 billion in 2023-24. The UK is also the sixth largest investor in India with a cumulative investment of $36 billion. And interestingly, India itself is a large source of foreign direct investment in the UK with a cumulative investment of close to $20 billion. There are close to 1,000 Indian companies in the UK that provide employment to nearly 100,000 people and have a cumulative revenue of over $91 billion. The other important aspect I wanted to point to was the UK-India infrastructure financing bridge, which is coordinated between Niti Aayog on our side and the City of London on the UK side. And this mechanism works to avail UK expertise in mobilizing finance for green infrastructure projects and in the renewable energy sector in India. And exercises amongst all three branches of the armed forces. We have placed military instructors at each other's military academies. And one of the more significant partnership projects that we have embarked on in recent times is the agreement to look at electric propulsion capability between the two countries. In the health sector, all of you would be aware of the flagship cooperation between our two countries, whereby the Serum Institute of India partnered with Oxford University to develop the Covishield vaccine. More recently, the same two partners have come together to co-develop a malaria vaccine, which was approved by the WHO in 2023. The UK, as I said, continues to be a very large research and innovation partner for India. I mentioned the Technology Security Initiative a short while ago, and some of the key areas in which the TSI works is our telecom, critical minerals, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, semiconductors, advanced materials, and quantum computing. One of the most important, probably the foundational aspects of this relationship is the living bridge that connects India and the UK, people of Indian origin in the UK, nearly 1.8 million strong Indian diaspora, which has contributed to strengthening bonds of friendship between our two countries, but has also made extremely valuable contributions to UK economy and society. Let me turn to Prime Minister's visit to Maldives, which will take place on the 25th and 26th of July 2025. This is a state visit that he will be embarking on at the invitation of His Excellency President Muiz of the Maldives. You would recall that President Muiz was on a state visit to India in October 2024. Before that, he had come to India for the swearing-in ceremony of the new government that had been elected, and Prime Minister and Dr. Muiz had met earlier as well in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, I think, for the COP meeting, that Dubai for the COP meeting. The Prime Minister on this occasion will be the guest of honor at celebrations to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the independence of the Maldives, which is on the 26th of July, 2025. As a coincidence, 2025 also happens to be the year when our two countries, India and the Maldives, are observing and marking 60 years of the establishment of diplomatic relations. The Prime Minister's state visit also happens to be the first state visit of a head of government that President Muiz is hosting in his presidency since he assumed the office in November 2023. Prime Minister, as you are aware, has been to Maldives earlier. in 2018 and 2019, and this would be his third visit to the Maldives. Maldives is, as you all know, a very close partner in our neighborhood, a very important partner in India's neighborhood first policy, and as part of the Mahasagar vision of India, which is mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. We have always been the first on hand to respond to the needs of Maldives in times whenever it has faced crises, natural or man-made. There has been a robust political relationship which has discussed, bolstered by regular visits at high levels. I referred to President Mois's visit here in October 2024 when the two leaders adopted a joint vision for an India-Maldives comprehensive economic and maritime security partnership. This joint vision, in a sense, has become the guiding framework for our ties. And this year, already in the first 6 months, we have seen nearly half a dozen ministerial level visits from the Maldives. The Speaker of the Maldives Parliament has visited India. In fact, the very first engagement this year that the External Affairs Minister held was with the Foreign Minister of the Maldives. On the economic front, India is one of the largest trading partners of the Maldives. Bilateral trade is nearly $500 million. And India continues to be, Indian investors remain part of sectors such as tourism in the Maldives and other economic activities. On the economic front, one recent development which I would like to share with you is that both countries are in discussions to negotiate a free trade agreement and an investment treaty as well. And new areas of cooperation, including renewable energy, fisheries, etc., are also being worked on. One of the largest areas of bilateral cooperation is the development partnership between the two countries. India has been a traditional development partner of the Maldives, executing various initiatives through a mix of lines of credit at concessional rates, grants, buyer's credit facilities, as also conducting capacity building programs in a number of areas. The flagship project that is underway currently is the Greater Malay Connectivity Project, which has the potential to be an infrastructure game changer in the Greater Malay region, connecting 4 islands of the Maldives. There are also projects underway in the area of roads, airports, fisheries processing units, and others. We are also alleviating the pressure by helping with social housing as per the needs and priorities of Maldives. And you would be aware also that we've extended a considerable amount of emergency financial assistance to the government of Maldives, including through instruments such as the twin currency swap arrangements that were done when President Moise was also here for 400 million US dollars, as well as 30 billion Indian rupees. In addition, the State Bank of India has continued to resubscribe to Maldives Treasury bills. Maldives is also one of the largest beneficiaries of our capacity building programs, and through scholarships and trainings that we take this forward. We also have, between the two countries, robust defense and security cooperation. India continues to assist Maldives in building its capacity, train Maldives defense personnel, and a lot of this is done through regular training programs, naval exercises between the two countries. We've been helping Maldives enhance its capacity for EEZ surveillance and maritime domain awareness through the provision of ships and assets. And the two countries are also cooperating under the ambit of the Colombo Security Conclave. The program of the Prime Minister in the Maldives will include, of course, holding the bilateral official meetings with the Maldives president. There are some infrastructure projects that will be inaugurated. The details of that are still being finalized. And we will also make some announcements in terms of some new initiatives. The relationship with the Maldives is comprehensive and multifaceted. It's been paid attention to by leadership at the highest levels. And we believe that this visit by the Prime Minister will contribute further to consolidating these strong ties and contribute to peace, prosperity, and security in the Indian Ocean region that both of us inhabit. So let me stop there. If you have any questions, I'll try and respond to them.
Okay. Sumita?
Sir, could you please comment on the reports that suggest that there could be a signing of the FTA document by the Prime Minister, and if a date could also be confirmed, and the likely outcomes that you're expecting, particularly with respect to the Prime Minister's visit to the United Kingdom? Thank you.
Rishabh, please identify yourself and also your organization before you ask your question.
Foreign Secretary, good afternoon. This is Rishabh from Times Now. I have two questions, one on UK and one on Maldives. First, sir, will there be discussions around the fugitives who are right now in United Kingdom? I'm talking about likes of Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi, as well as Vijay Mallya. And in Maldives, will there be discussion around hydrographic survey and also the defense partnership? When we are talking, will there be return of Indian troops for the maintenance of the platforms that India has given to Maldives?
Siddhant?
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Vion. Sir, on UK, how much there will be discussion on the Khalistani issue, which has been a concern for India in the past? The Khalistani extremists have been indulging in vandalization of the Indian mission and all those developments. On Maldives, my question is a very generic question, because 1 year ago, the relationship was looking very bad. What basically transpired in terms of this major turnaround in the relationship that today we are seeing the relationship going in a very positive direction?
Krishna Mohan?
सर, कृष्ण मोहन शर्मा, भारत एक्सप्रेस से। यूके और इंडिया के बीच में एक्सट्राडिशन ट्रीटी है, बट बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस इस बात को लेकर फेस किए जाते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ जो प्रिजनर्स के कंडीशंस है वो ठीक नहीं है, और इस बहाने से बहुत सारे फ्यूजिटिव वहाँ से यहाँ पे भेजे नहीं जाते हैं। इस पर कोई चर्चा होगी क्या?
Thank you. I think your question with regard to the FTA with the UK, you are aware that there was a conversation on the 6th of May between the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of the UK, where an announcement had been made that the two sides had concluded negotiations on a free trade agreement and other issues. Since then, the two sides have been in very close touch with each other. There is the obvious legal scrubbing, etc., that any such agreement needs to go through. We are continuing to work on those, and last-minute work on that is continuing. And let me just say at this stage that we will update you on the final details related to this at the appropriate time. There are a few questions related to fugitives from Indian law and Indian justice in the UK. These have been a matter of discussion between both sides, and we have continued to make the case for these fugitives to be rendered to India. Obviously, there is a legal process that such requests and such issues go through in the other country, and we continue to follow up very closely with our partners in the UK on these matters. The issue of the presence of Khalistani extremists and bodies close to these people is again something that we have brought to the attention of our partners in the UK. We will continue to do so. This is a matter of concern not only to us, but it should be a matter of concern to our partners as well, because this impacts social cohesion and social order in these other countries as well. आपका जो सवाल था प्रिजन कंडीशंस को लेके, इसके बारे में बातचीत होती रही है और दोनों देशों के जो अंदरूनी मामलों के विभाग हैं, जो मंत्रालय हैं, हमारी तरफ से गृह मंत्रालय है, उनकी तरफ से जो विभाग है, उनके बीच में इन चीज़ों के ऊपर बातचीत चल रही है और आगे भी चलती रहेगी। और हमारी कोशिश ये रहेगी कि उनको दिखलाने के लिए कि ये सब चीज़ें जो हम उनसे हमारी जो मांगे हैं उनको पूरा किया जा सकता है और उनके जो कुछ विचार हैं उनको हम देख सकते हैं। ऐसी बात नहीं है कि भारत में लोग नहीं लाए गए हैं। आप जानते हैं रिसेंटली तहव्वुर राना को एक्स्ट्राडाइट किया गया था, उसमें भी ऐसी चीज़ें थी। ये काम हम कर सकते हैं, ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। Finally, I think Siddhant had a question on the turnaround in the Maldives. Look, it's a question of working hard at a relationship. There will always be events that will impact or try to intrude on the relationship. But I think this is testimony to the kind of attention that has been paid to the relationship, and including attention at the highest levels that has been paid to the relationship. We've continued to work at it, and I think the result is there for you to see. I think we have also been in very close discussions with our partners in the Maldives to provide clarity and assurances about what it is that we want to do bilaterally, and I think this is the result is there for all to see. With regard to the assets that we have provided them, they continue to function there with the appropriate personnel to manage them and to assist the Maldives authorities in using them for the best possible results.
Okay. Keshav.
Foreign Secretary, thank you. This is Keshav Padmanabhan from The Print. I have two questions, if you permit me, one on the UK, one on Maldives. On UK, sir, there have been a lot of conversations within NATO countries, of which UK is a founding member, on secondary sanctions on India due to the war between Russia and Ukraine. The EU has come out with the latest sanction package. So how do you see this discussion on the Russia-Ukraine war being raised during the meeting between the two prime ministers, and whether there will be any pushback on the actions that the UK may think on taking against India with regards to this? On Maldives, sir, like you mentioned, there's been a large development partnership. The twin instruments of $400 million US plus 3,000 crores as currency swap agreements from last year, as well as $100 million in aid that's been rolled over. So are you looking at expanding the development aid during the Prime Minister's visit? And can you give us a sense of how much of, for example, the currency swap agreements have been operationalized and utilized to give us a better sense of that partnership? Thank you, sir.
Ayushi.
So this is Ayushi Agarwal from ANI. Sir, any progress and timeline or establishing a Maldivian consulate in Bangalore and Indian consulate in Adu that were announced in October last year during President Muizu's visit to India?
Siddhant.
Hi, Foreign Secretary. I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. So my question is that will we be explaining to our partners, UK, about TRF's role in Pahalgam terror attack? Will we be using this opportunity? Thank you.
नीरज।
सर नमस्ते, नीरज हूँ न्यूज़ 18 इंडिया से। मालदीव के साथ 2 साल पहले संबंध जब बिगड़े थे तो भारतीय पर्यटकों की संख्या मालदीव जाने वाले जो थे उनकी संख्या में बहुत गिरावट आई थी। उसके बाद मालदीव सरकार ने बहुत कोशिश भी की थी कि भारत से पर्यटक जाए। भारत का क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन मालदीव से है कि ज़्यादा पर्यटक वहाँ पहुँचे? भारत क्या एक्सपेक्ट करता मालदीव से?
Rishikesh.
Sir, Rishikesh from PTI. So, will there be any meeting with opposition leaders in Maldives? And the second question, with the public debt of Maldives is reaching around 135% of the GDP, and also Maldives have to pay around $1.6 billion by next year. So, is there any proposals to assist Maldives in this regard, so that they could avoid default?
With regard to the question on discussions with the UK on what are obviously developments in which they are interested, and we would also want to exchange thoughts and opinions on these issues. We have not yet seen any actions by the UK insofar as matters related to secondary sanctions, etc. are concerned. In any case, we have made very clear our view with regard to secondary sanctions. I think what you are pointing to in terms of the recent announcement by the European Union, we have been very clear that insofar as energy security is concerned, it is the highest priority of the government of India to provide energy security for the people of India. And we will do what we need to do with regard to that. On energy-related issues itself also, as we have said previously, it is important not to have double standards and to have a clear-eyed perception of what the global situation is insofar as the broader energy market is concerned, and where the providers of energy goods are located and where they're going to come from, and who needs energy at what point in time. I think these matters are not appreciated sufficiently. We do understand that there is an important and a serious security issue that is confronting Europe, but the rest of the world is also there and is also dealing with issues that are existential for the rest of the world. And I think it's important to keep balance and perspective when talking about these issues.
तो विदेश मंत्रालय की तरफ से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के विदेश दौरे को लेकर ये पूरी प्रेस वार्ता की गई, जिसमें जानकारी दी गई प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के 2 देशों के दौरे की, जिसमें बताया गया कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी 23 और 24 जुलाई को ब्रिटेन के दौरे पर रहेंगे और उसके बाद 25 और 26 जुलाई को मालदीव का दौरा करते हुए नजर आएंगे। और प्रधानमंत्री का ये दौरा अपने आप में काफ़ी अहम भी है, क्योंकि इस दौरे के जरिए, इस यात्रा के जरिए सीधे तौर पर दोनों देशों के साथ भारत के जो रिश्ते हैं आगे आने वाले समय में और मजबूत भी होंगे। साथ ही कई महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दों को लेकर चर्चा भी होनी है और साथ ही कई सारे अहम समझौते पर हस्ताक्षर होने की भी उम्मीद है। नजर इस दौरे पर रहेगी, लेकिन इसी के साथ फिलहाल न्यूज पंच मुझे और हमारी टीम को दीजिए अनुमति। नमस्कार।